my name is Infiniti Whitley, aka 5-6 in Finance, and I'm back here with another episode of Insurance with Infiniti. I am a life insurance broker in the states of Missouri and Michigan, and today I am here with an extra spicy topic, and that is what I look for when I am recruiting. Job hunting is not easy, and as we crest the beginning of the year, a lot of people are considering their options. How can they get out of their current employment situation, do something better to improve their lives or their family's lives or both. And in that comes a lot of anxiety. I know for me, whenever I did interviews as the interviewee, I was always kind of nervous. I had really bad social anxiety, and so I always felt like I was up to here when I was just trying to say hello and introduce myself. So here are some things that I look for when I am recruiting potential future life insurance agents and brokers. Number one, in this industry, you have to be really thorough. And so right off the bat, before I've even spoken to a person, one of the things that I look for is whether or not they completed their application properly and thoroughly, whether they crossed all their T's and dotted all their I's, right? None of us are perfect. Case in point, right? But, really taking your time to go through the short application that my IMO sends out to potential agents, it speaks volumes. So as a person that is looking for thorough individuals to bring onto their team, I want to make sure that you're good at following guidelines and whether or not, you can just function. I don't know that sounds mean, but we're going to roll with it. So off the bat, whether or not that little blurb they make you fill out is completed, that tells me volumes about you and whatever you may bring to the table, right? So in the agents that I have recruited, they have most definitely filled out their forms properly and some of them have made additional notes to my surprise, and that's actually really helpful in the actual interview. So another thing that I look for in potential agents coming on is their humanity, really. So when I call and I give you my spiel and I introduce myself, I want to be able to hear the personality in your voice, because at my IMO, we do things strictly through telesales. So the only time your clients, most of the time, will ever interact with you is over the phone. And if you're dialing out and you're talking to your people and they don't get good vibes from you, you're not gonna succeed, right? There's also the point of compassion within that humanity, right? So I really like to sit down with my interviewees and ask them about themselves, what their goals are, and allow for them to expound upon that. And some of the cutest instances that I've had where people are just like, they're gushing from the heart, and they're involved in their community, or they're caretakers, so they have a level of empathy for people who maybe aren't the healthiest, right? So in this industry, that is important, because that will also help you to maintain your integrity as it pertains to dealing with clients that you write policies for. Also, speaking to your humanity, I want to know that you're in this for the right reason, because obviously people need to pay their bills and survive and get by. So there is obviously an extrinsic aspect of being a life insurance agent, but if that's your end all be all, it'll be very easy for you to burn out or get frustrated with the process if you don't already have it in you to be a good human, right? Another thing that I look at, but maybe don't put as much emphasis on, right, especially in the beginning, is, do you sound confident and calm when you talk to me? Or are you really, really antsy? Are you lost for words a lot? Again, none of us are perfect. I certainly am not, and I don't ever expect to be perfect when I'm talking to other people over the phone that I have never met in my life. But there does come a certain level of what gravitas you want to have when you are talking to a future employer or your future upline, etc., right? Because you want to be able to come across as somebody that can handle the pressures of the industry and be able to thrive, rain, snow, sleet, or hail through the insurance processes, right? Another thing that raises red flags for me is that, let's say you didn't save your interviewer's phone number in your phone, because I certainly didn't. Sorry. But I don't save random numbers to my phone. So when you do get said random phone call and it's your interviewer introducing themselves, if you answer it and you're just like, hello, who is this? I don't know you. Like, if you answer the phone and you sound rude, that again speaks to how you would interact with potential future clients. And when you're working under an IMO or you're building your own agency under an IMO, you don't want to tarnish you don't really want to tarnish the reputation of your agency and theirs, because at the end of the day, we're all really independent businesses and we thrive independently and codependently of each other. So you don't want to lower the tide, so to speak, because you don't sound personable. Pride points of mine when it came to talking to other people. I had a little bit of a background in customer service, and oftentimes when I call my clients, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, 9:30 in the morning, and I can still manage to be called darling and sweetheart at that early hour because of how I come across when I pick up the phone. I ask the clients how they're doing, and I really seem invested in them as people because I am, So those are some characteristics of people that I am attracted to as I recruit other agents. And I think this is like foundational for me, right? Because obviously this is now, and years later when I'm in the field and recruiting and things like that, or maybe not in the field, but recruiting, these are things that I would continue to look for, but there's probably going to be a little extra stuff. So you can let me know in the comments, what are some of the things that you feel hang you up during interviews? And I would love to interact with that because, again, like I stated earlier in the video, I have social anxiety. So, interviews were never fun for me, but I managed them somehow and obviously have been employed throughout my adult life. And so, I feel like when it comes to that and looking through that lens, when I want to strive for a new opportunity or a new career, when I go in, I am professional, but I'm also casual, right? I dress depending on, the job, and I greet the person, I interact with them, I try to take a deep breath before I even go in that office, and I interact with them like they are a human being. And I think that's part and parcel of some of my success throughout my working career. So if you're ever panicked, just remember that your interviewer is a person just like you. They just have the job that you want. That's it. No big deal. I hope this video helped you today. I am actively recruiting, so you can always reach out to me via the email address. If you're watching this on YouTube, my email address is on my channel, or if you are watching this on Facebook, you can find my email address, I think, yes, on my Facebook page. And reach out to me. I would love to get you scheduled in and maybe run an interview with you, see if life insurance is for you. But alright, that's all I got for today. Hopefully this helped, and stay blessed, everybody.